Havisatanas, lovely living people, and welcome to I'm Sorry What? An Unofficial Ghost Podcast. My name is Lizzie.
And I'm Sabrina.
Hi Sabrina, how are ya?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing things. I'm
Okay.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, yeah.
Are you not well? I am well.
I am. I'm well. I think I'm a little bit. Meh.
Why? Tell us why.
I don't know. I'm like meh,
I don't
meh.
want you to feel meh. I want you to feel good.
Doesn't make me feel.
I can show you things, girl, that will make you feel very good.
Oh yeah, tell me. Do you have new TikToks of
Of what?
possessed ghouls bending backwards like they are not old and fragile?
I don't think I'll ever get tired, especially of Swiss doing these things.
Yeah, that's true. But it was
They're just
Soto that I was referring to. But
yeah, no, I know, but
you watched it, right?
I've watched it, yeah, but I still think that Swiss is way cooler doing these things.
That's true. But this one was like, oh my god, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I'm
Whatever.
pretty sure we're all fucking obsessed, so I'm pretty sure people know what we're talking about. So yeah, speaking of talking about, that was a weird sentence. Anyways, today's podcast is going to be a little bit different.
Yes.
Tell us why.
It's your birthday soon.
It's not yet my birthday. It's going
Soon.
to be my birthday, yeah, soon, in approximately 1 hour.
59 minutes, sister. The look on your eyes. Just
Yeah, I'm wearing a contact lens. I was like able to put it in. Yay me.
Yay.
Yes, I am turning 27 years old
Young
in a couple of
and
minutes. And
getting
what?
riper each year. No? Yes.
Anyways, yeah, since it's my birthday podcast episode, we've decided to just talk. This is not going to be about anything specifically. We wanted to talk about a theory, but we decided not to do that.
Yeah, because I am not prepared. I mean,
Neither am I.
we have things here, but we
There are a lot
really
of things.
haven't been working on anything since
That's
since
the
we
last episode.
recorded last episode. Yes, or like even like the one before. Yes,
Yes.
since the Antichrist episode, we haven't done anything.
Yes, because sometimes we just need to take these things, take the theories, and put them as far away as possible because
Yes.
otherwise we would get burned out.
Yes.
And we don't want that to happen. And yes, so we decided to take a little break this week.
Yeah. And also
Yeah,
life happened,
life
stuff
happened,
and
definitely.
other things that need to be done or you want to do. Having several interests and hobbies is just like, yeah. So
Exactly.
we could have done the Horseman episode, but
We'll do that next week.
yeah, but I felt I'm not prepared as well as I want to be prepared, so it would be in my eyes a shitty episode with
Yeah,
all of like, oh
we
yeah, I
don't.
have to look that up.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
want to half ass,
Yeah. So
especially with topics as like wide as the Four Horsemen's
yeah, because
are
it's
going
not
to be.
just the Four Horsemen, it's gonna be about the seven seals and the seven whatever and all the sevens.
Yes,
And
so many
so,
sevens.
yeah. So there you go.
Yes,
And it's soon in 57 minutes. It's your birthday.
it is. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't know. I wanted to say that I don't like to be the center of attention. Me doing a podcast. Yeah, no, I just don't like celebrating my birthday, to be
Same.
honest.
I mean,
Yeah, I just like to be on my own. I hope no one's going to call me today,
call me.
tomorrow.
Da, da,
Uh,
da, da, da,
my
da,
birthday is on the
da.
2nd of September. It's
Little
not the 1st.
sunshine.
Yeah, please don't call me. Especially not Little Sunshine.
Little sunshine.
I don't really like that song.
How dare
Um,
you?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's never been my favorite. Every time it's in my playlist, like I just skip it.
But didn't you just say you prefer Swiss doing like weird things, and he's just like his hip movements, like dong dong ding ding ding. No.
Yeah, but I can like ignore the fact that it's, anyways. Yeah, so we're celebrating my birthday during this episode, which I could not imagine anything better, to be honest. I used to be like drunk for my birthday, so I'm not anymore. And I'm doing this podcast, and yeah, it's better than getting drunk. It's more healthy.
I mean, for your physical health, yeah, but for your mental health, I don't know. It's
It,
it's better.
I'm still socializing with you, so
Yeah, that's what I mean with me.
yeah. I mean, you can be fun at times.
Speaking of
Sometimes.
fun, did I tell you that I recorded myself while driving to and back from work today with like
Oh,
singing
there
to
we go.
all the various songs? And this afternoon I was looking at those videos and I was like, I'm funny. So
You should
I'm
upload them on like do some little clips and just upload
yeah, I
that.
I was planning on just like I was like save, but it's just like those small circles because I have no way of recording myself while also having Spotify in the background. Um, with like normal video recording, so I had to do it via a video message
Mm.
on Telegram. So it's all just like 1 minute clips, and I don't know, it's just like weird. But one thing like was really funny. One transition from one song to the other that I did not expect. And it perfectly shows what driving with an ADHD person and their playlist is like.
What was it? Which transition was it?
I'm pretty sure you know one song, but the other one I'm pretty sure you don't. But and you have to hear it. But it was like Mary on a Cross
Mm.
going into like completely different thing. I don't know. It's just like
So
you would
nothing
not
goes.
expect that. No, no, no,
None
no, no,
goes.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
okay.
no, no.
Yeah.
It was a random mix playlist. Yeah,
Okay.
random. Very. I'm gonna do that tonight. Maybe. Yes.
So you're going to edit that tonight.
Yes.
Okay, cannot wait.
Yes. Same.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So today we talked about what we could talk about.
Mary
Um,
on a cross. Sorry. This is
I'm
gonna
not
be an
quite.
ADHD episode, so I'm gonna let out all the things. Also,
Oh my gosh.
what was
If you
that?
haven't seen the clip of Tobias doing these weird as funny noises on stage, we will have to put that
Yeah,
into this episode. It's
yeah.
hilarious. It really is.
To whoever was that in the audience that triggered that,
Thank
best
you.
best moment ever. Like, thank you so much. I swear to God, seeing this video, this little clip of him just like of Tobias just not being able to hold back his echolalia, just being like and then like, oh shit.
You
And
should
then
take
yeah.
the voice memo that you sent me after you watched that video and just
Yes.
put like play it. That would be
Yes.
like that was so funny.
I was like, this was like, where normal dopamine levels are just like, "Doodle-doodle-doo," or like when you're on meds, it's just like, "Doodle-doodle-doo." But this
Mm,
one, I was like here, and then I saw this video, and it was like up there
spiked.
on the ceiling, and I was like, oh my God, woo, and I have to do this and that, and woo. It was like, yeah, this TikTok made me really happy.
Yeah,
Yes, and still
it was
does.
very funny.
Yeah, I'm
It
gonna
was.
edit it
Do that.
edit it
And
in
and
and
please
also as a memo.
edit it. Yeah, yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, so we thought
but
about
that's in
that we could
but my memo is in German. My memo is in German. You hear, so people won't
Oh, yeah.
understand. Yes, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Sorry.
Mm. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, we thought we could maybe talk about our rituals a bit that we
In
attended
this
when we
night
met.
of ritual.
Exactly that one. And we both attended rituals without the other one attending the same one.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what
I
I
was
mean? Like
like,
you, Czech Republic, me, and France. Maybe
I,
we could
I,
talk about that a little bit. Maybe we
yeah.
could give some tips for people that are about to attend the ritual with like maybe things you could bring when you're like queuing, because I
Yeah.
always love videos about people going to a concert and they're queuing, and I just love looking at their little, I don't know what's in my bag. I don't know, I really like watching these.
Okay. So what would be in
Learning
your
something new
bag?
about in my bag for the concert or for the queuing,
Uh.
because that's two different things.
Oh. Okay. So
That's my very
both.
personal hyperfixation,
Okay.
backpacking.
Okay.
So if you're about to attend a ritual or maybe just a concert in general, these are things that I um, would bring, especially if you're queuing for several hours. The very first ritual I attended was in Strasbourg,
Strasbourg. I have no idea.
Strasbourg in
Stra.
France. It was supposed to be fucking hot. It was fucking hot, but I was so lucky that I was like I was sitting in the like shadows. So at times I got pretty cold. To be honest, like people were they were like applying sunscreen over and over, putting these aluminum foil things over them, and I was like, I'm a little cold. And the thing is,
Could have been me.
I brought so much water that I started like handing it out to people sitting in the sun, and they acted as if I gave them, I don't know, $100 bill. It was so cute.
Because water
Um,
is so precious in those
yeah, it
times of
was.
turmoil. I don't
And
know about
for
it.
if there are any Americans watching, I mean, I know that there are. um, at the rituals in Europe, there aren't like food stalls or
No,
drink
no, no,
stalls.
no, no,
That is
no.
not a thing. So
No.
there's nothing the whole day. There's nothing you
Yeah.
can do. Nothing you can like. You
So
can't
you
buy
have to
food
go
unless you go
to
to
nearby
Kaufland, for
supermarkets.
example. Yeah, you have to go to supermarkets or McDonald's or whatever. Um, stop looking at me like that, because otherwise I'm going to tell the story.
No.
Good. Yeah, so the
I
things
might
that
have
I
seen
saw,
someone there coming back. It was
we
me.
both
I
did.
saw him.
You
I
saw
saw
him
him
first. You saw
first.
him first.
I was like,
100%.
okay, so
Yes.
I know we said we're not going to talk about
Yeah, but don't
people,
say the name. Don't say his
but
name.
the Soto ghoul, the Soto ghoul,
Soto. I hate it when people call them Soto ghoul, Swiss ghoul. It's Soto or Swiss, or it's a
the
ghoul.
Soto boy.
Soto boy.
So we were standing. I mean, I'm sorry. You were just like talking about Strasbourg, and I'm
No,
already
no,
in Ulm. But
no, it's
like
okay.
supermarkets and whatever. So yeah, we were also going to supermarkets just to get stuff and whatever.
Use the
And
toilet.
we were that as well. We were standing in front of the venue, and there was like this crossroad thing, and um and we were just standing there. I think it was around noon-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have to check the timestamp on that picture.
So it was just maybe 30 people, 30, 40 people, some
Yeah,
like 40
max,
max.
max.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
just like, I mean, partially sitting, standing, and whatever. And I was just like facing the direction of the crossroad, and other people were just like facing me, kind of, like not paying attention to anything specific. And I was like, okay, there's someone like crossing the crossroad over there, and I was like, huh. He's almost as
Coming coming
skinny.
coming back to the venue.
Yeah, coming back towards the venue. And I was like, huh, funny, that guy over there is almost as skinny as Soto, you know. I don't know. It could be. So, and it was like in a far distance that I wasn't like, oh my God, that's Soto. But I was like, huh, he looks skinny. And then he got closer, and I was like, huh, he really could be as skinny and as, tall or tall as Soto, and And I was like, wait. And I was just like to the other people, just like, tall. No, short, skinny, long haired guy, skinny, and they were looking at me like, just whatever. What is she talking about? I'm a skinny guy. People were looking, and yeah, some people started running. Not my favorite. I mean, I didn't. Sabrina
I was
didn't.
I had no idea what was going on because I was talking to somebody. I'm not really sure who I was talking to. And then I heard people like, well, it didn't I think they said Soto, I'm pretty sure. And I had no idea what
I'm
was going on at first because I was like not expecting any of that. And then like
yeah.
someone pointed at him, and then I was like, "Oh my fucking goodness," because I was just like I was so overwhelmed that I didn't really like recognize him at first. And then once you showed me the picture, I was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
There.
Yeah, there's
Whatever.
the
You
man.
can't really see, but yeah,
And
there's whatever.
it's still a running joke because he was carrying this cheap ass house brand bottle of water.
It was 12:34 p.m. So noon was really
Okay.
good. Yeah.
We thought that this is the only reason for him to go to the supermarket to get the cheap ass bottle of
I'm pretty
water.
sure he just like went for, I don't know, cigarettes
Cigarettes
or
probably,
chewing gum
yeah.
or whatever, but he also grabbed the bottle of water because it was
Yeah.
fucking hot that day.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it was.
still, it's like, it's a running gag. It's like Kaufland Sodo. There you go.
Yeah.
I also went to this same supermarket chain, like, um, out of fun. I got like
After the
a
ritual.
pack of that water, and I only drank one bottle of it. The rest is still in my car. So I'm carrying
Yeah.
around like 8 bottles of Kaufland water in case Sodo just like happens to.
Oh yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
It's probably
So
his
yeah,
favorite
so he
brand.
will be hydrated.
Hydrated boy.
Yes. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yes.
So Kaufland
Fast forward.
water in Q
Oh yeah,
bag.
oh yeah, that's how we got to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I brought a lot of water. I think I brought, I don't want to lie, I think I brought 18 bottles of water, like the small bottles, like zero point 0.5
Hmm.
liters, I think, because I was like, yeah, I'm the kind of person I like to mother people. I just like it when there's like people and they are maybe not as prepared because I'm a very prepared person when it comes to things like that. And so I was like, yeah, maybe they can benefit from me over preparing.
Hmm.
And they did. I mean, they did. Um, yeah, so I brought the water. I brought snacks, which were very important later the concert. I'm going to talk about that a bit. I I brought my makeup, of course, because I didn't want to put on my makeup. I think I left the house at around 5 a.m.
Hmm.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to put on any makeup. It's going to look fucking horrible.
Hmm.
I brought that. I brought like a blanket, which was completely unnecessary, so don't even bother, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think the most important things are power banks, um, your charging cable, your phone, your ticket, of course, water, something to eat, money, your ID card, um, something very, very, very sugary,
Hmm.
um, fucking deodorant. Don't like, don't attend, like, especially don't stand in the pit, smelling like, like a skunk or something. Don't do that. Don't bother people with that. You're going to sweat, of course, but that does not
Hmm.
mean that you have to like
Hmm.
forget basic hygiene, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, bring that. Make sure you're wearing very comfortable shoes, especially if you're standing in the pit. Um, I think yeah, that's like this. That's the stuff I would bring to the
Yeah.
concert. In general. I mean, I brought other stuff. I brought like my arm candy, like the bracelets I made. But that's like, yeah, that's not necessary. I'm not wearing mine. I still have mine in my room. um,
I'm wearing yours.
yeah, I know you do. Hmm. Um, yeah. So like, there's a the biggest moth I've ever seen on my wall. That
Oh
is
my god.
disgusting.
Ew.
Anyways, yeah, so just like yeah, you don't have to bring someone. I brought like an extra shirt because I thought, yeah, I'm going to wear something
Hmm.
else, which I think I did. No, I didn't. I didn't change. Yeah, basic stuff.
Hmm.
Just like bring water, your phone, and your ticket, and maybe money, and you're good to go. I think for the American concerts, I'm not really sure, but when you get to the into the venue, you have to have like these clear backs. Isn't that the case? I think it is the case. I think I've heard that.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Wow.
I brought this fanny bag. Just put in my ID card, money, my ticket, my
Hmm.
phone. Yeah. Oh yeah. About the sweet, the sweet. Oops. Ah, fuck.
Sweets for my sweet, sugar for
Oh.
my honey. La 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 la, dee dee
So
doo.
I didn't eat anything the whole day while I was waiting. Um, the only thing I ate was this little like bar made out of nuts and honey. I think I drank one bottle of 0.5 liters water. So I was so full of adrenaline this whole day. It was hot and then it was cold and I was like tired because I didn't sleep the night before the ritual. I drove to the concert, which was 2 hours away. Yeah, and then I was standing. I ran from the what's that called? The where you get into the venue, like the gate. It's called the gate,
Hmm.
where they
Yeah.
like where they check your ticket.
Hmm.
I ran like a maniac, which I know that is not okay, but other
But
people did, and I was like, I'm not going to stand anywhere else but first row. I
yeah.
will get barricaded, no matter what it's going to
Hmm.
take. And so I did. I stood like where for Phantom is. If you if you can decide on which side to stand, and if you do not want to stand like center stage, and I know that people are like, oh yeah, but Soto is like he's hard and all that stuff. If you can decide, and if you don't really care, get on Phantom's side. He is hilarious. He interacts with the people there so much. It was the best time. Like the way he interacted with me and the people beside me was like so lovely. I just had the best time with him. Anyways, I stood there. My feet hurt from running. My lung was about to say goodbye. Um, and I didn't know the people beside me. I made no friends that day, because people were fucking rude. Sorry.
Oh.
Most
Okay.
people were just speaking French, and I'm very like my French uh,
It sucks.
yes, exactly. I can understand a bit, but I don't
Hmm.
speak it. Anyways, so yeah, I was standing there, and there were two support acts. The first one was Lucifer. No, Lucifer was the one in Neu Ulm.
No.
Um,
Helicopters was in
oh yeah,
Neu-Ulm.
sure. So
Hmm.
Lucifer was the first support act. There were two for France.
But
Yeah, Lucifer
why?
was the first one. I have no idea to be
One
honest.
is already too much.
It is absolutely, especially when it's like an hour long.
Hmm.
And yeah, so Lucifer was about to come on stage, and I suddenly started to get dizzy, very fast. Like I started sweating, like I had no idea what was going on. I
Yeah.
wore my Apple Watch, and it started like my Apple Watch started like giving me alerts that my heart my blood pressure was like going down rapidly. um, I only heard like ringing noises in my ears. I got
Jesus.
so tired and I was so afraid.
Hmm.
I was so scared because I'm not the kind of person to faint. I don't think I've ever fainted in my entire
Same.
life. And I was like, this cannot happen. Not today. There is
Yeah.
no way. I was looking forward to this concert for months, and this is not going to happen right now. And so I was like, what am I going to do? I had no water. But I reached into my little fanny bag, and there was this candy bar, and I started munching that like little tiny bits because I was like, yeah, let's like save some of it for maybe later. I don't know.
Hmm.
Started nibbling on that, and then I was like, it was getting worse and worse and worse. My my Apple Watch was about to call the an ambulance, and
Oh my god.
I had to cancel that. Um, and I thought about alerting the people around me, but I couldn't speak anymore. I was like, if I'm going to move just an inch, I'm going to faint. And so I started closing my eyes, putting my elbows on my on the barricade, and I stood there like this, just trying to get a little bit colder because I was like, I have
Hmm.
no idea what temperature I was. I felt like I was, I don't know, 200 degrees. I have no idea. Just closed my eyes, listening to the it was almost like a white noise sensation for me.
Hmm.
And the candy bar was so full of sugar. It helped within maybe 5 minutes. I started to feel better. And I suddenly got so, like, I cooled down immediately and I thought I was in heaven. And I opened my eyes, blood pressure went down, my pulse went down, and I was like, okay, I did it. And then I was like, I was good again. I felt like my normal self again. And I was like, Lucifer started. They were great.
Plot twist, you died that day and now you're in hell.
Oh my
Stuck with
gosh,
me.
yeah, imagine. Yeah, so Lucifer went on, they were done. And then I was like, what if this is going to happen again? So I started looking around me. People were not like they didn't even bother to talk to me. And then I heard German behind me, and I was like that. I was like, "Hi," and it was
Hi.
like these three girls. I think they were maybe 16 or something. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the first German I've heard all day." And they were like, "Oh, really? Like there were so many German people where we were." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, why didn't I? Why couldn't I be with you guys?" And we started chatting a bit,
German
and
heaven or
yeah,
hell.
yeah. And so I told them what almost happened to me, like my fainting, and I was like, "So just in case that you know what's going on with me." And this girl was like, "Oh, I have this chocolate bar, just in case you want
Oh.
that." And I was like, "Oh, thank
Hmm.
you so much. I will have something, but maybe I will get back to you." Um, yeah, so they knew,
Hmm.
and I was like a little bit more calm. And then the security guy started handing out water, but they
Good.
didn't hand out bottles. They were like these little shot glasses. There was like maybe that much water in there. And I tried to take little sips, but there was almost nothing in there. And so I just started chugging that whole thing.
Hmm.
And then they started preparing the stage for Spirit Box, support act number two. And I was looking very forward to Spirit Box because I started listening to them a couple weeks prior, and they're, I don't know, I just really was really digging it. I was like, I need to hear that.
Hmm.
And it was still like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours until Ghost was about to come on stage. And suddenly shit started going down again.
Oh god.
I started sweating again. I got so hot again. Um yeah, I like blood pressure down, pulse up. I was like, no, please, for the love of God. I was like, okay, this is going to be it for me. Really, I thought I was going to throw up. I thought I was going to faint. It was. I don't think I've ever felt shittier in my entire life than that second time of almost fainting.
Hmm.
Apple Watch started freaking out again. I was like, shut the fuck up. This cannot happen. And
Not now.
no, and I had like half a candy bar left, with maybe this much, and I was like, please, this has to work. And so again, so eating tiny bites, chewing them really well, swallowing them, um, getting my face ready again on the barricade, started like closing my eyes, and it took me almost 10 minutes this time to calm down, until the candy bar started working. Um, yeah, I was like so relieved. um, Spirit Box came on. They were fucking great. I think I'm going to go to a concert next year because it will be in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're really, really good. Yeah, Spirit Box done. Stage, like the curtain went down for the preparing of the
Hmm.
ghost stage, and I was like, okay, Sabrina, listen. I talked to myself. I was like, this is going to shit's going to get real. This is going to be it for you. You cannot let this like go down again.
Hmm.
And I was like, let's maybe eat something before anything is going to happen. And I was reaching into my fanny bag, no candy bar left, and I was like, fuck. And so I turned to the girl behind me and I told her, and she was like, yeah, sure, take it. I ate her chocolate bar. Security started handing out more water. I drank more water. And thankfully,
Hmm.
nothing happened after that. Maybe it was my brain being like, okay, listen, everybody. Ghost is about to come on stage. Don't let this happen again. Yeah,
Hmm.
Ghost went on. I was like euphoric. And then I was like, what if that girl didn't have the chocolate bar? You know, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Maybe it would have happened again. And then I went to my car after the ritual, got out my car keys, and there were two other candy bars in my fanny bag. And I don't know how they got in there and how I didn't see them.
Oh my god.
That was so stupid.
But well,
Yeah, and that's when I swore to myself that if there's going to be another ritual,
yeah.
I'm going to eat. And I did. Yeah,
Um.
and I was after the concert, since I again didn't eat, didn't drink, was just so exhausted. I was so tired. I was feeling like I was sick the whole week after the ritual.
Hmm.
I was I was going through it. I felt like I had like a flu or something.
Oh
It
my
was
god.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had not the same experience, but kind of similar-ish. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna tell like my story from the ritual in Ulm, I think, because like I also like couldn't really sleep. I think like 2 days before, like I had a ticket not for the pit, but like one of the whatever. What are they called?
The
Sitzplatz
seats?
seats? Is it just
Hmm.
seats? Whatever.
Yeah.
Seat. Um,
Sitzplatz.
a seating place.
Seat-
um, and then through TikTok, I found Chris, and then she was like, yeah, she has like a pit ticket and whatever, but we could still like meet up when we're there, or maybe just like say hi or whatever. And then at one point she was like, if I told you that I had like a spare pit ticket and I would ask you if you want to, have it, would you stand in queue with me from earlier in the morning? And I'm just like, I'm
Mm.
gonna go there right now. like, what kind of question is that? So yeah, because her boyfriend I think had surgery or whatever, and he wasn't like really keen on just standing in the pit all the time. So they were like, oh, maybe we could just like switch tickets, which was fine
Every
with
every
me.
time somebody everybody somebody some every time somebody says the word pit, I always have to think about this girl on
From the
TikTok. Do you know?
pinnacle. Also, oh
No,
no.
no, no. There was this. It was maybe a year ago or something. There was when the Harry Styles concerts were going on in the US,
Hmm.
and there was this girl, and she I don't know there was like this joke for days on TikTok. She was like, she didn't get her ticket on time for her pit ticket, and so she started I don't know calling Ticketmaster and all that stuff, and they couldn't help her and at first, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, maybe we could make get you seat tickets." And she was like, "No, I finna be in the pit." And she said it so horribly. Maybe you could edit that in here. It was. Um,
Send me the link and I'll
I will
do.
do that. I
Yeah.
will do that. Yeah. Okay, go on.
Okay. So yeah, from being like all chili vanilla, being like, oh yeah, maybe I'm gonna start, driving there at 3 or 4 p.m. ish, because it was like 3.5 hour drive for me, I think. Yeah. Um. So, I have all the time in the world to get ready during the day and whatever, to just like, okay, we're going to meet up at, I don't know, 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. in whatever, because I was like, I can pick her up and then we're just going to go there with one car from
Mm.
where she lives. And so I couldn't really like fall asleep because my sleep schedule was just like not there where it should be for something like this. So I think I went to bed even though I was like not sleepy at around 9 p.m. and I woke up at 12 even though I wanted to sleep until 1:30
Mm.
or I don't know. So plan was just like getting in my car at 3:30 a.m. and then just like starting to drive there and whatever. So before
Don't
that,
don't do that. That is fucking
why?
dangerous for both of us. Because don't drive such a long
Oh
amount.
yeah,
Like,
without sleep. But I did
yeah, same for me. Don't
ghost.
do that. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, there are things you have to do. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
but you still can tell people not to do that. Get sleep.
that's true. Try to, it's just
Yes.
like if I had known earlier that this was the plan, then
You try
I
to get
would
your
have.
sleeping schedule in order.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, you can say that, but I know that you would not have done that.
No, most likely not. Um, it was also like during a work week, kind of. No, it was not.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean I had
Mm,
like
no,
it was a
yeah, no, there was a
Tuesday, I
bank.
think.
There was no, there was a bank holiday on Monday, so the concert was on. No, the concert was on Monday, I believe.
No.
It was a bank holiday, 100%. Yes.
However, I know that I had off. I mean, I took like time off of work for the
Mm,
day before and the day after, as far as I
yeah.
remember. So yeah. Um. Yeah. So I put my makeup on before.
Yeah, like full face papa makeup.
Because I was like the full face papa makeup I have to do at home with like
Yeah.
the ability to just remove it and start
Mm,
over again and an
yeah.
actual mirror and whatever. I also put my contact lens in already at home because I'm not going to mess with that while I'm wherever. So I also drove there with my contact lens in, which is not a good idea. You should not do that. I mean, I it's not that I can't see, I
Yeah,
mean
it's
I
limited.
can, but it's still like it's like tiny blurry feeling on one eye. And I was lucky because like it was early in the morning, nobody was around, but like
Mm,
in general just don't do it. Yeah,
no,
it's just would I do it again? Maybe. um
totally.
Depends. I
Mm,
mean, if I would wear makeup like this, which I did in Czech Republic 2 days after,
yeah,
I just put the contact lens in once I was there.
yeah.
So, with this I don't bother. It's just like, yeah,
Mm,
whatever. So yeah, I think we got there at the venue at 7 a.m., I think, kind of.
mm.
Yeah, you were already there.
Yeah, it was
And
definitely like bright outside already.
yeah, I think I remember I was number 17 as far as I remember, and Chris was 18. Yeah. I just saw the picture before, like where you wrote the numbers. Leah wrote the number on our
Yes.
hands. And yeah, so I picked up two beefy roll from the gas station. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think I also picked up like also like some not a chocolate bar, but something with like nuts and
Mhm.
one of those bars.
Mm.
And did I have something to drink? I don't remember. Like, but all in all, I ate not enough. I drank way too little for it being like a day with like 30 degrees. And then we had to wait in full sun for like 2 or 3 hours. Was it like when they put up the whatever
Wasn't it?
queuing lines stuff?
Yeah, at least 2 or 3 hours.
And
Yeah.
it was horrible. And like, yeah, like even before, I mean, we were in the shadow and stuff, but like it was still hot. And also like walking to
Were
Kaufland.
you, were, were you the shadow? Because was the light, maybe, you know?
Oh, I'll be the shadow, you'll be the light. Nothing ever lasts forever.
Yeah. Yeah,
So there
sorry.
you go. Yeah. So yeah. Like I remember, I don't know if it was like before the helicopters or like after the. I don't know. Like I mean, jumping to like we were like let in and barricade and whatever. We were just like standing there, and I think it was like Chris, me, then Carla, and then
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, or yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, we were all like first row, which was the plan. I mean, obviously. And I remember starting to panic as well because like all of a sudden it was just like, the
Yeah, there
sun
was this
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
dehydration and whatever. And I was also thinking to myself like, not now. You can't
No.
just like, faint now. It's just like you never fainted in your life. You're not going to do that now. Oh my God, what if then everything's over because you're not going to go get back to that place,
No.
you know? You're not
Imagine
gonna,
fainting during the Ghost concert.
oh my God.
Imagine Papa
Yeah.
like just standing there in front of you and you're just like and, like people have to drag you out and you're like most
Yeah,
vulnerable
or
state.
like the one they had to drag out
Yeah.
right next to me, especially which was kind of like not funny, but like a coincidence. It was right at that time when Papa then said like stay hydrated and everything, and yeah, stay hydrated. So
Mm.
it was hard,
Mm.
but yeah, they in the beginning they didn't really want to give us water or
Yeah.
anything because they were like,
Yeah,
oh
they said
yeah,
they said they didn't to us, I'm not sure if they said that to you, but they said to us that they didn't have any water. And then
yeah.
10 minutes later they bring in these like
I'm pretty
boxes of
sure they just
water.
wanted to make money, like being like, oh yeah, you can go
Yeah,
outside
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
purchase water, but
And we were like, that
nobody
is not going to happen.
nobody that's like first row
No,
or the first few rows will go back
no.
and just like get water and get back to the barricade. No, that's not gonna happen. I mean, have some common sense, boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, they started handing out
But the
water,
security,
which
like, the security
eventually helped.
was very nice.
Yeah, they
The
were
one,
very nice. And then after quite some time, they just like handed out water to everyone that wanted. Just like, oh my god. Yeah. But yeah. It could have been handled better. Like in general,
yeah,
they could have just like also put the queue whatever thingies
Schleuse.
more more towards like the building so that we would not stand in the full sun with
Yeah, but there was probably like a safety. There was a safety reason for that, 100%.
pro yeah sure, but like yeah, in general it was or like even start I don't know, handing out water there or giving you the possibility to just like purchase water from there because like
We would
that's the
have.
time, yeah, exactly, that's the time where you don't leave to go to a
Mm.
supermarket anymore. Just like when you're once you're actually in the queue, you don't leave anymore.
No,
No.
no.
So, but yeah, I remember like having my panic attack and being like kind of comforted by the fact that Chris is just like, what is it called?
Paramedic.
Exactly. I was like, okay, like if something happens to you, there's somebody that knows what to do. And I told her that I'm panicking right now because like it's just like everything, and I'm just like, oh my god, and I haven't like been drinking enough, and what if my body is too old for all of that? I'm old and fragile.
Just like Soto.
Yes, I
Mm.
mean almost.
How does that make you feel?
Uh, I mean,
Let's get back to the subject, maybe.
yes. So, as we can see, I was not too old and fragile for that.
No.
No, and but yeah, I was not wearing my watch, so I don't know what my pulse or blood pressure was like. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as it was for you. So yeah. good. But yeah,
Yeah.
all in all, bring enough water or anything.
And
Most likely water.
eat,
It's the best.
eat, 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 eat.
And eat stuff. Yeah.
I know that people tend to try that they try not to eat and drink as much because they don't want to go to the toilet, which
Yeah.
I understand. I was like that for the first ritual, but there
Yeah.
was fortunately there was this for the first one I went to was
The
this
thing
toilet
is, you're
like
sweating so much, there won't be any pee inside of you
yeah,
because
yeah, exactly.
everything is just like, oh my god, the sweat. I swear to God. I also remember like on an Instagram post from Om, it was also like it was so hot and steamy or whatever what was written there. And true, like I wore my Papa jacket, the spine
Mm.
jacket,
But
and
that was fucking crazy for this hot day.
I mean, I was thinking about for a second to just like put on the shirt underneath as well. And already at home, I was just like, oh my God, no, it's already too hot at 3 in the morning,
Mhm.
So, and I swear to God, like, I never, like, my underarms, they were just like, I touched them and everything was wet. I was like, I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
sweated as much in my life as I did at that concert. It was
Mm.
like disgusting, the whole jacket. Like, afterwards, obviously took it off and then I put on the hoodie I bought from the merch stand. And, even the next day when I finally got it out of the car, I was just like, this is like moist. It's
Ugh.
just like I
Did you
remember
smell it?
taking it off, which was like kind of hard because it was so sticky because it was basically wet. It was like it was sweat all over. It was disgusting.
Did
Fucking
you smell it?
the next day, no, I did not smell it, but I could tell that it was just like, I mean, it
Damn.
wasn't like disgusting, like, ew, I
Yeah, yeah.
haven't showered
It was
and
like
whatever, but you could
a little damp.
be like, yeah.
Mhm.
So, first thing I did was like, first, I noticed that some of the Dance Macabre confetti was still like hanging there on the jacket, which is now inside my phone case. There you can see
Yeah.
it. Yay. um, and and then I hand washed it because I was like, I'm not gonna put this jacket in the washing machine. I don't know what will happen. So yeah,
Mm. Makes
yes,
sense.
yeah. So yeah, all in all, eat and drink. Yeah,
Please do that and sleep.
yes.
And if you're
To
there
be
and you're
honest,
queuing and you have people you can trust, sleep at the venue when you're in the queue.
yeah, but to be honest, like I mean, personally, I think it's more important. I mean, your body could handle not enough sleep, you know,
Yeah, sure.
but
But not enough
not enough
water.
sleep paired with
Mm, yeah. You could also use the word combined.
combined with dehydration and not enough like energy that you put inside of your body in terms of just like food and everything,
Mm,
not a good idea.
no,
So I
definitely not.
know it's like you take your stuff with you and you want to take as little as possible because what if you don't use it, and what if they check your bag and you have to throw stuff away because they won't let you inside with like food or whatever. Just take it with you, and if you have to throw it away, throw it away. It doesn't matter. It's just like whatever. It's more important to stay like to not have your watch call the ambulance while you're waiting for
Yeah,
ghost.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Um,
In this night of
mm,
ritual.
my
What was
experience
yeah?
was like pretty similar. Not completely. I went there. I I think I left the house at around 2:30 a.m., I believe. I was
Mm,
like, "Girl, this is one of the very few German rituals. You are going to get there early as fuck. Because I was like, I was so afraid how many people were going to be there. Because when I went to the one in France, when I got there at around 6 or 7 a.m.,
Hmm.
there were like 50 people already.
Hmm.
And I was like, this is not going to happen again. I will get the spot I want. I want to be center stage barricade.
Hmm.
The best spot in the house. That is going to be mine. um, yeah, so I got there, parked my car. There was no other car in the parking lot. The parking lot was closed. I was like, there was this little thing that's the the parking lot was closed, and I was like, yeah, let's open that. Open it, drive into the parking lot. Yeah, and so I started walking to the entrance. I saw no one at first, and I was like, "Oh my God, is this happening?" And then there were two people,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Oh my fucking God!" I was so thrilled. The two of them were still in contact, like all of us
Yeah.
still are. They were so nice. Instantly, like we instantly clicked. I was manifesting to find friends with this ritual because I had no friends in the ghost community, and I was like, I need me some ghost friends. I manifested that shit for days prior to this ritual.
And then she got
Um,
me.
oh, yeah, I manifested like a little, like there had to be a point where it just went wrong, and then that's what I got.
Sister.
Anyways, um, yeah, so we instantly clicked. We had like so much fun. There were just the three of us for a good amount of time, I want to say. And then more people started to come, and everybody was so nice, so friendly. They were like, most of them were speaking English at some point.
Do you think I
Yeah,
have a plushie nose?
I'm. Why now though?
I don't
Why
know. They
now?
just looked at me and I was like, this looks like a fucking plushie nose and I don't want
You,
it.
I promise you. I know I make a lot of fun of you, but you do not have a plushie
Okay,
nose.
thank you. Continue.
Yes, so we all like got along. Lizzie came, everybody else came, Renee, Chris, what was her name? Svea. They all started coming in, and everybody was so nice. People brought food, people brought stuff to drink.
Games.
And games, yeah, that's what I was about to say, like this card game. What was that name? Something, oh, Black Stories. Black Stories.
Yeah.
That was the first time I played. That was so much fun. Yeah, and we just that we became this like little group of people who just had the same interest, and I don't want to say we were all the same age because we were not.
No.
Um, but that didn't matter.
I'm old and fragile.
Yeah, Lizzie was definitely the oldest one of all. I was like
No.
right in the middle. No, who's older?
Sophie had her mom with her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, one of our
And
friends like so.
I hope that I was not older. No, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so. But
No.
her mom was, first of all, she was so
Yes.
fucking nice. She was so cool to
Yes.
like get there with her daughter, wait
Yeah.
the whole day. She got along with us so well.
Yeah, and she
There was
also
like this.
offered to get like plushies from the merch stand so that we
Yes,
could
she
all
was
just
so
like,
cool.
yeah. I
Yes,
mean, I
exactly.
didn't get one because
Yeah.
I didn't have any cash with me. That's the only reason, okay?
Yeah, we then started like going to Kaufland again, getting some alcohol, and it was just such a fun time.
I did not drink alcohol because I was like, if I'm gonna drink alcohol now, I'm gonna die.
Are you sure
I'm
that
sure
I
I
thought?
did not.
Are you sure that I didn't give you like this bottle?
No, I did not drink.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now I have to confess something. You
Oh
know
my
that
god.
already. My little ticket story.
Oh, yeah.
This was the whole idea of me going to this ritual was very spontaneous. I didn't like even bother to look up where Neu-Ulm was. It was a 2.5 hour drive from me. And I was like, yeah, that's so far, and I don't know. But then I was like, fuck it, let's go there. And I was like looking up Eventum. It's like Ticketmaster. And there were no pit seats, no general admission, just seats left. And I was like, well, no, there were like standing
Yeah, but
tickets, but
like up. uh,
like,
I don't know how that works, but yeah,
balcony basically,
yeah.
so not on the floor. And I was like, maybe I could get me one of these tickets and then just, secretly
Mhm.
get myself in the pit, maybe.
Mhm.
So the whole day I had this pit in my, well, in my stomach. At least there was one pit that was certain of. um, it was just giving me stomach aches because I was like, what if this is not going to work? I made all these friends.
Hmm.
I had the best day, and I was like, I don't like. I need this day to be perfect. I want to be in the pit. I didn't tell anybody that that was going on, and then I I got so worried, and then suddenly Svea put me to the side and was like, "Did you know that they reopened the general admission tickets this morning?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?"
What? I'm sorry. What?
And she was like, "Yeah, nobody really seemed to notice that." And I was like, "Did you? Can you please say that again?" And she was like, "Yeah, look it up." And I took up my phone, opened Eventim, and I lost my mind. I was like, "Svea, thank you. I will get to back to you in just a second." I just got out of the. I got away from everybody. Called my mom because I was too anxious to do anything on my own. And I was like, "Mom, please, could you please buy me those tickets?" And she was like, "I thought you had one." I was like, "Yes, please. I cannot explain right now. Please." And she was like, "Okay, sure." 5 minutes later, I got the email confirmation of me having this ticket. And
Mm.
I was so relieved I could have cried. And then I got to Svea. I thanked her for saving my life. Little dramatic, I know. But I'm still very thankful that she told me that. Um, yes. So I get back to that story in a second. Um, they started building like these. What is the English word for Schleuse?
I have no idea.
Anyways, the things that you like stand in between while waiting before you can get into the venue. And we got separated. Um, I was separated from the rest of the group that I was with the whole day because it got a little wild, a little feral.
Yeah.
People started like threatening other people, like people who got there way, way later in the day.
Yeah.
And I was not here for that. I was like, there will be no threatening, there will be no punches thrown. And I got to the people on the like there were two sides.
Hmm.
You were on one side, and
Hmm.
I got to the other side,
Hmm.
and I was like, hey, the people they looked at me like I was like this enemy because I was part of the group that got a little wilder. I have to say, I mean that's the truth.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know that they were threatened, and I started explaining myself. And they were like, "Did you know that this happened?" I was like, "No, I had no idea." And I started apologizing for those people that did
Hmm.
that. And I think they appreciated that, and they were like, "You can go in front of all of us." And I was like, "Oh my god, thank you so fucking much." They started offering me a beer, and I was like, "Let's fucking go." Um, yeah, so I stood there for some time, then it got very sunny. I'm a very pale person. And so I was like, yeah, I cannot do that for for like some hours now. And then I looked behind me and there was Svea and Carla.
Hmm.
And I got to them and I was like, "Can I sit with you guys?" And she was like, "Yes, absolutely." Because there was like so much shadow there. And we spent some time there. And then suddenly Svea was like, um she she showed me her ticket and I was like, "Oh, I thought you got yours like the same way that I did." And she was like, "Yeah, but I printed mine out." And I was like, "Do I have to print mine as well?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "I don't know." And so I started looking at the ticket, like the very like the what's that called, the very small font
Oh
bottom,
yeah.
anyways.
On the yeah.
And it
Whatever.
says that this ticket is only
Hmm.
valuable if printed out. And
Valid.
I went into panic mode.
Yeah.
I was like, no way that this is going to happen to me again. And I was like, yeah, I have to excuse myself for some minutes. And I started walking in the direction where also where Kaufland was. And I was like, I have to find me a printer. And
Yeah.
then there was this store that sold motorcycle gear. And I went in there looking like a maniac, like this. I had no makeup on, I think.
No.
Ghost shirt. And I was like, "Hi." I was very friendly, very polite. I was like, I explained myself, and this lady was also very nice, and she was like, yeah, I would love to help you, but we cannot allow private. We have to take a break.
Happy
Anyways,
birthday, sister.
I
It's
told you not to do
now.
that.
It's now 1 minute after midnight. Happy
Thank you.
birthday. Alle-
Thank you.
Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Oh, no, thank you. You were the first person
No,
to
thank you.
congratulate. No, thank you. Um,
Okay, continue.
anyways, um,
Sister.
yeah, again, okay. This lady was very friendly. She was like, "We cannot allow private um email addresses to like they cannot print something out that was sent by a private email."
Yes, I
And I was like,
understand.
"Fuck." And then I got out of that store and I started walking to Kaufland, I want to say. Yes. Um there was this reception and I what?
Nothing.
What was that? Was that like a little performance? Some performance art?
Yeah.
Whoops. Whoops.
It was my
Ooh.
birthday dance for you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um yeah, so I started talking to this woman in Kaufland, told her my story, and she was like, "Yeah, I wish we
Young.
could, but but she said that the printer cannot do like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connections. I don't know."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Okay." And got out of Kaufland. I was so down. Then there was this car ship handler. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Like yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Cars.
Yeah, where you can buy cars. And I
Cars.
thought, and I thought, should I go in there? But the way I was looking, I was like, there's no way that they're going to take me seriously. And then there was this casino. And I was like, should I even bother? I got in there. It was looking so run down. There was nobody there. There was this bottle of candy on the counter. There was this guy in the back. Like, I think he was so fucking drunk. There was nobody at the reception. I was like, yeah, no, let's get out of there. I'm desperate, but not this desperate. Got out of there, and I thought, what am I going to do now? And so I was like, you know what? Let's call the venue. And I
Hmm.
called the venue, explained them what happened, and the lady, she was very friendly. She was like, "Let me ask my boss." And she started talking to her boss, and then she got back to me, and she was like, "Well, the security is always handled um like they don't like the venue doesn't book the security."
Oh, okay.
And so she was like, "We don't know if this is going to work." Like I was like, "Can I just like why can't I like have my phone scanned because there was a QR code on there?"
Hmm.
And she was like, "It sometimes it works. It always depends on the security.
Hmm.
What's going on with today?
I don't know.
The security."
The security thing.
And so I was like, "Yeah, okay, thank you."
Hmm.
Got back to the venue. We actually like it got to the point where we had to actually get in line.
Hmm.
And so I got in front of this guy. I think he's listening to this podcast because I found him afterwards. He was this very, very nice dude. If you see this, thank you for being so nice to me
Also,
the whole
thank
day.
you for using the fan all the time because
Yes,
the air also hit me, and I was
yes.
just like, "Oh
He
my
was
god, yeah,
fanning
fresh
us
air."
the whole time. Thank you
Yes.
again so much if you're listening
Yes.
to this. Um yeah, so I stood there and the security guy, he was looking like he was straight out of Prison Break. He was the nicest teddy bear of a guy, just looking so like full of tattoos, like 2 meters tall, but he was so funny, so nice. And I was like, should I talk to him about it? And I was like, yeah, no. And then there was this lady, and she was looking tough. She was looking so cool. And I was like, I'm sorry, can I talk to you for a second? She was like, sure, sweetie. She actually said sweetie.
Oh.
And I told her my problem, and she looked at me, and this lady was like, if somebody is going to make this a problem, come to me, and I'll make sure that this is not going to be a problem anymore. And I was in love.
Yeah.
She manhandled that situation for me. And I got so confident, and I was like, thank you so fucking much.
Was she
Yeah,
like
and then
one with like dark
the
long
longer,
hair?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh
that was
yeah,
her.
the one that like later on was on our side. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think she
that was
was like
her.
right in front of me, and I was talking to her, and just like she was like, "Oh yeah, she was
She
totally
was, yeah,
bad
she
bitch."
was like, she was the boss from like the
Yeah.
security boss.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was so cool. Yeah, security was very nice. They let us in. Oh yeah, no, before that, I still had a spare ticket.
Oh
I had
yeah, true.
my actual OG ticket like
Yeah.
still with me, and I was like, what am I going to do with that? And I told the people around me, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? And somebody was like, yep, just post it on Twitter, and like somebody could pick it up. And I was like, yeah, first of all, I'm not on Twitter. Second of all, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then there was one person, this one woman with this poster, and she was looking for a ticket,
Hmm.
no matter what ticket. And I was like, I will get to her.
Hmm.
People started pointing her out to me, and I ran to her and I was like, please have this ticket. I don't want any money for it. Just take it. Have a great time. And
I saw that happening, and I was like, "What is going on?
she
Why is
was
she handing out
she
like
was
tickets?"
she was like so shocked,
Hmm.
and she was like, no, no, let me give you some money. I was like, no, just take that. I was just so happy. I was so full of dopamine.
Yeah.
um and she was like, yeah, then let me get you a drink. I was like, no, just take this ticket. I explained to her like what, like where she has to go, and she was so thankful. Like she hugged me, and I was like, have a great time, let me get back. Yeah, got back, got in, got my preferred spot.
Hmm.
Um, yes, the people beside me, around me, everybody was so nice. Um, yeah, concert was over. I walked out. I had no idea where everybody was. I didn't see anybody of you at first. I got to my car, and Sophia and her mother, I talked to them, and like people had stuff in my car
Hmm.
from them, and I started waiting. And then everybody, the whole group got back together at my car, and we were just like raving about everything that happened.
Yeah. And we took a
Um,
group photo.
we took a group later.
Hey.
Maybe we
I
could,
will put that
yeah,
in here.
we'll ask the others if they're okay with it, but I
Yeah.
think they will be. Yes. So we exchanged numbers, got this group, and that's how this whole thing went down. I drove Sophie and her mom to this McDonald's
Mhm.
where they had to wait for some time. Yeah, then I wanted to drive home. I did for some time, and then I got so tired. I was like, yeah, this is going to be safe for everybody. Everybody with me on the highway, and I just drove to
Hmm.
this parking lot and I slept for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also, I mean, I had to drive back home like 3.5 hours, 4 hours, whatever. With over 24 hours of
Oh,
being awake.
I mean, basically, we could have slept at the venue because
Yeah, but then
I would have
again,
trusted
like,
you guys with my stuff.
yeah, that's true.
So,
But yeah, I can't sleep when like there are like people around or whatever. It's just like I can't do that.
mm,
It's just
okay,
like I need to. Then I wouldn't have seen Kaufland Soto, and nobody would have just like
that is true.
see. No, but yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try driving back home, and
Mm,
if I feel like I'm getting too tired, I might just stop somewhere and just like sleep for a few hours in the car. But then
mm,
I also like talked on the phone with my friend and whatever, and I was just like, I just want to go home now. I was like, I'm gonna stay awake. I opened the car window, so it was like kind of like
yeah, I tried
cooler
that. Didn't
air,
help me.
music full blasting, and trying to sing along and whatever. Just
Yeah, I
like
tried that.
keeping
Nothing
myself
was working
awake
for me.
because I was like, I don't really want to like sleep anywhere now in the car and just like it's not gonna be like a good rest at all.
I
So
had I
I
had
just
I had
gonna.
this Red Bull can in the car because I
Mm.
was drinking that when I drove there early in the morning, and it was like, of course, it was like warm. There was no carbonation in there, and I was like, anyways, try that. That worked as well.
Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, I think what is it? Was it you or Renee that? I think it was you that gave me a bottle of water that you still had in your car
Yes,
after
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and that's what I
I
drank
bought you.
while.
I
Yeah.
bought more water after the friends
Yeah.
wanted. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's what I was drinking
Mhm.
while driving home. Yeah. I don't know. Like, hmm. Yeah.
I took care of
In
you.
the
I took care of
concert,
your
like
hydration.
I was like on kind of like pit. Yeah. Pit,
Mm.
first row, like center right, like kind of like on the corner where the thrusting is happening, and also like close enough to Soto, kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like people ask me like, where do you want to stand? Because like I'm a Phantom girl or I'm like that, and I'm just like, I don't care. I want to be like right in front of Papa. Like there
Hmm.
you go. I kind of was, kind
Yeah.
of,
Sure.
yeah. I
You
mean,
would. Yeah.
he didn't really look at me that much,
If you
because
are also struggling with that, if you're center stage or almost center stage barricade, you have to keep in mind that there are bright as
yes,
fucking lights on
yes,
him. So
and also
if
on
you think that
you.
he's, yeah, on
So
you, so if you think he's ignoring you, he is not. He's just like
no.
blinded by the lights, basically.
Yeah,
Just want to get
blinded
that out
by the light, whatever.
there.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was like basically because like I saw him several times, like looking at Chris, looking at lo- Clara, whatever, or looking over at Renee and whatever, just like everywhere but me. And for a few seconds, my brain was like, "What's wrong with me?
He
Like, why
hates
do
you.
he hates me? He doesn't like my makeup or whatever." But then again, like it was just like the lights were like hitting the people next to me. So I was
Yeah.
basically in the shadow,
Yeah.
kind of, and it's just natural that your eyes
Or
go
maybe
towards whatever.
maybe he did saw you, but he was just like so overwhelmed by your
Maybe he would,
beauty.
yeah, maybe he was just like looking at me while I was standing there. I dance macabre when the confetti comes down, I remember just like me looking up there and being like, "Oh my god, this is so wonderful! Oh my god!" And it was just like living the moment, and I thought to myself, "What if he's looking at you right now, seeing you like?"
Mm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, "I don't care. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. This, and this was it." So,
Mm.
um, no, but like, don't don't worry. I know it wasn't personal, and it's never personal. Because the next day, no, 2 days after, in Czech
Yeah.
Republic, he looked at me so many times. I was just like, is it because I'm not wearing makeup? Is it
Yeah,
because he's
it
like,
probably was. It probably was because of that. Because he was like, "Oh my gosh, her makeup is so much better than mine. I don't want to look at her."
true, true,
I mean,
of
yours was
course.
better. Sorry.
No, it was not.
It was. It was.
Now looking back, I think like there's so many things wrong with it. No, whatever. That's
The
the
overthink brain.
yes. No, but yeah, that's not. And I was like basically almost at the same position in Czech Republic, like, even though
A
like
little
the
bit on
stage
the
was a
right, I
little
think, right?
different, so Soto was a
Yeah.
little farther back,
Yeah.
and um in Ulm the first row, or like the barricade, it was just like basically a straight line
Yeah.
almost, or a little
Yeah.
slightly curved, and in Czech Republic it was like this, and then
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like something like this, and I
Like
was like
a
right at the corner.
little form fitted to the stage.
I was like right there, and so back here somewhere was like Soto's, and he barely came like over to
Mm.
the center, whatever. So I was just constantly trying to be like, "Yo, hi, remember me?" No kidding. I mean, kind of, but he wasn't like. I think he. I mean, I think he went center like in the beginning, with
Yeah.
Casaria, but that's it. And we didn't. get to Squarehammer because they had to cancel it. So
Yeah.
there you go. No, but all in all, it was just like, yeah, waiting for the next tour dates in
Yeah.
Europe.
And I'm pretty sure we'll get to at least one together.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. If you have the chance to make friends at a ritual, do
Don't.
that.
Or you're gonna be stuck with somebody like her.
No, for real. It's so fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Do that.
Because you
Definitely.
finally have some people to talk to about your hyperfixation. Because, like,
My friends I mean, they listen to me, but they first of all they have no idea about what's going on, and at the very end of the day they don't care because that is not
exactly.
it's been my hyperfixation for such a long time now, and the amount of information that is in my brain about this band could never be um in their brain,
No,
never. And yeah, so I don't even bother anymore. I'm bothering you and
I know.
my other friends. So that's get yourself some ghost friends. That's all. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I kind of like?
Me.
You know what
No, tell me.
I don't know. I was it was like completely unrelated, but like, I don't know. Some people might say, "Oh, you always talk about your age," which I don't do because like people in the podcast still don't know, and I won't tell them. Um,
Until it's your birthday.
I will
I've said
just,
that. I've said that I'm going to bake you a cake and I'll put a number on there so that then people will know.
but please put the wrong number on there. Like make me like 360 years old
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
sure.
um no, but I think it's kind of like funny and also like weird.
I think I know what you're going to talk about.
What?
I think I know. I'm going to write it down. And if
Okay,
it's
write
going
it
to be
down. Yes, write it down and then we'll
wait a
see
second.
if you were right or not. But
Wait.
regarding my
Wait, wait, wait,
age,
wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
gonna
wait, wait.
just like keep talking without saying anything, just I was thinking that it type faster,
I'm
not slower.
no, okay.
I'm pretty sure you would have been like faster with writing it down by hand.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
can
So I think it's funny, kind of like seeing a lot of TikToks or whatever, because mostly I see TikToks in relation to Ghost or, I mean, Papa or the ghouls, even like, the people behind that. Um, and I think it's kind of funny when I read comments like, oh, yeah, like, oh, with older men or whatever. And I'm like,
Oh, okay, no, we're not thinking about the same thing. Yeah, go on.
uh, they are not that much older. So,
The thing is, I mean, I'm 27 now, and I still think that just for example, okay,
hmm
that Tobias, I still think he's I don't know, 30, 40 years older than me, which he is not. He's 15
and
years
see,
older
that's the
than
weird
me.
thing because, like, I feel like he's my age because he is kind of,
Almost.
almost. He's a bit older.
You're,
So
yeah, you're still younger than
so
Tobias.
basically, I think, no, I mean, Phantom and Rain are way younger.
Yeah, of course, especially Phantom.
Yeah. Um, Mountain, I don't know. The ladies, I don't know. But like, yeah, the most popular ones on the TikTok, whatever, like Swiss Soto, Papa, they are all
Your
older
age.
than me. Oh, they are all older than me. I won't say
They're still your age.
kind of. I mean, we're
Mm.
all millennials.
I am a millennial.
No.
How does that make you feel?
You
I
can't be
still
a
am.
millennial anymore.
I still am. There's this still a controversy, but
Yeah.
if you're still born, if you were still born in 1996, you're a millennial. Everything after that,
And when does it start?
1997. So since I was born in 1996, I'm still a millennial.
No, but when does the millennial things start? Not 1997 then.
No, that's when Gen Z is starting.
Yeah.
No, Gen Z is now. What is
No,
between
I don't know. I have no idea.
wait. Um,
Whatever.
yeah.
Let's put it that way. We were all, not you, but like the guys and me, the boys, me and the boys, we were all born in the 80s.
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
So millennials are defined as people born from 1981 to 1996.
See? So,
Um,
Tobias and, yeah, Soto, Swiss, they are all like right at the start of the
yeah,
millennial.
yes, exactly. So,
Me kind of as well. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. No, should I? No. I mean, I basically also.
say your fucking age.
I mean, I mean, saying
Nobody cares at the
being
end of the day.
being born in the 80s could be like, oh yeah, but it also could be like 89. But I don't wanna. I don't want people to think that I was born in 89. Like,
Say how fucking old you are.
I was born in.
There you
So
go.
I'm gonna be in
What
24
days?
days.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
For saying that. No, it's not that I'm like ashamed. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that like when I hear them in interviews or whatever
Yeah.
talking about back in the day, I'm like, yes, I remember. I was there as well. Like the interview where just like Tobias said something
Yeah,
about
I
like
know.
the movies. You don't remember that, kids, and I'm like, I remember.
Yeah,
I
you do.
remember.
You were there with him.
So yeah, I think it's like that's the weird thing. Like I think it's, even though I in my mind 40-year-old people, like in general, you have that picture of like those old people that are like
Yeah, yeah,
basically
yeah.
whatever. So when I think of, oh my god, I'm gonna be, I feel like, oh my god, you're almost about to die or whatever, your life is over, kind of like. But then again, like I'm so happy that I'm already because I'm in the same age range as them,
Mm.
and I can relate more than
Yeah,
I could just like if I was 18 now or 16
yeah,
or
yeah,
I don't know. So
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
And it's also not as weird to be like, "Hello there."
So you're saying that it is weird of me to say certain things?
No, because you're not 16.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's still a little, being 27 and like 42-year-old men, or like even
I
like
mean,
Papa being way older than that.
I'm 27 now, and you're, which is like a huge age difference at the
Yes,
end. That's like years, and we still get along, and nothing weird about our friendship.
that's true. But we're
I
talking
mean,
not about
sometimes it's a
friendship.
little weird, but
No kidding.
oh my gosh, I just Google like the range. So the
What range?
the of like
Oh yeah, the generations.
yes, so like the ones millennials are also called Gen Y. Did you know that?
Yeah, because we're always constantly wondering, like, why? Why me? Why can't I just die?
Yeah.
Why?
So the ones before the millennials is Gen X. It's 1965 to the till the 80s, and then
Mm.
the ones before that were baby boomers,
Yeah.
and the ones before that is called the silent generation. I don't
Okay.
know. So the ones after the millennials, 1997
Gen
to 2012 is
C.
Generation Z or the Zoomers.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones now, so early 2010s till the mid 2020s, Generation Alpha. I,
Immediately, I thought about Andrew Tate, but we're not gonna
yes,
go there.
absolutely same. No, we're not going to
But
go
I
to entertain
like
now.
in regards to the generations, I saw a funny TikTok today, I think, because there's like this one Zoomer being like, "Why do millennials talk so slow?" Blah, 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 blah.
I
And
saw that one, and this lady was like, "We're not talking slow. We're
we're just
talking with
like talking like,
common sense. Yeah,
yeah,
so that
like
people can
we have a
understand
normal
us.
conversation. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're in front of me being like,
yeah,
we're not gonna have a conversation.
yeah.
And
You know, I
that's
saw that.
like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I saw
And
that one.
that
Yeah.
kind of like they are now say, or like that kind of like the Zoomers start acting like boomers now, which makes it so funny. Basically.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Just constantly
I think
complaining.
it's so funny as well because like we're millennials, we're just like whatever. Like we don't fucking care about what any generation says. It's
Oh,
just like, no.
we'll all die at the end. That's what we're like. I think.
Yeah. Don't you forget about dying.
Don't forget about your friend Death.
Don't you forget that you will die. How does it feel being like 1 year closer to death?
Oh, yeah. You know what? It feels good.
It feels good. It's just like relieving knowing that
Yeah,
it's
I'm a little
over soon.
relieved. One,
Okay.
like, yeah, there's like 1 year down the road. Like,
Mhm.
perfect. Can't
Really?
wait.
If you had the chance, would you choose to live forever? Up until that point where you're just like yourself, like, nah, that's enough now.
So I could choose to die.
Yes. Like basically like a vampire stepping out in the sun or something like that, you know?
Yes. If
Hmm.
I had the choice, 100% yes, because there are certain things that I need to see.
Exactly. Like that's
Yeah.
my point. Like so that's the thing where I hate my age because I feel like, oh my god. I mean, best case I'm going to be like 80, then it's already like halfway down the road. You know,
Mm.
just I don't know, but what if I don't know. What ifs. So, but I'm like there's so many things I want to do and I feel like I am wasting my time on
Mm.
things like work where I
Mm.
could do things that are so much more interesting to me and my time, my precious time, and also that I wasted so much time in my life
Mm.
already where I did not think like that, you know,
Mm.
just like being like, oh yeah, whatever. Um, and there are still so many things where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that, but maybe next year, you know, like, or at one point I want to do like a few weeks of a trip through Japan or whatever, just one day. One day. It's
Mm.
always like one day, but then you're
Yeah.
like you're already like basically, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck those few
Yeah.
days. Soonish. I mean, since time flies when you're having fun, right? Soonish there won't be that much of one day left, you know?
No. Mm.
So
If you
that's
want to,
what gets me with my age.
I know it's
So,
like this cliche, but if you want to do something, do it now. Even though this is not going to
give
work for
me the
most people.
money. No, but
Exactly.
that's the
This is not
thing,
going to.
you
This
know?
is like such a privileged thing to say, but
Yeah.
in the end, it's the only truth.
Yeah.
No matter
And
how
that's
you
why
see
I'm
that.
still thinking like today at work. No, yesterday. I was like, first of all, I was like looking up. Oh, yeah, because like I got an email from Google that they have like this AI thing now that would help you with like, or could help you with planning a trip or whatever. And I was just like, oh, let's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
use.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so it's my birthday and I have a week off. And if I wanted to go to Sweden, what could I do there? So in my mind, I'm still like, why not just get in my car like the day after my tattoo appointment? Because like
Mm.
on my birthday, I'm gonna get a tattoo because that's what you do. You don't celebrate. You're gonna because I wanted to do something that I would remember for my birthday
Yeah.
and getting a tattoo. Um,
Don't
but
be
I was
sad.
like,
Go get a tattoo.
exactly. And the fun thing is, I still don't know if I'm gonna tell my tattoo artist that it's my birthday because I kind of want to tell her, but then I also
Yeah.
don't want to make her feel like, oh
She
my
has to make the
god,
statement special.
yeah, she has to do something or whatever, so whatever. But then like this appointment is on a Tuesday, so I still have like, especially I still have a week left because there's like a bank holiday or
Yeah.
on the next Tuesday, and then it's just like the day between is off. I don't know. So I was like, what if the day after I'm just gonna get in my car and I'm just gonna drive north and see what happens, or maybe go in that one nightclub, Doom, you know, the one we were
Oh
talking
yeah.
about with Leon
Yeah,
last
yeah, yeah.
time, where this one concert was or whatever. And I looked up Doom Linköping and I was like, okay, they are open like Fridays and Saturdays, but nothing special in there. So, it's
Mm.
just like, meh. And I was like, should I really like drive with my car 13 hours at least to go to
I
a
mean, because you
nightclub?
could, yeah, I mean, you could make memories on the way, like
Exactly.
still.
That's the thing, like my impulsivity is that
I mean, you could make a little stop, like at this place, where just like for a bit, you know,
where I don't drive past your town.
could though.
I could. No kidding. But like, like I was looking that up, and then I was like also looking up flights to LA. Not in
Yeah.
regards to the concept, but that would be, over already. But then I'm like, oh, I don't even know what I would do in LA, to be honest. It was just like,
I
oh
mean,
yeah,
I mean, LA is like
530 euros. Like,
full of things.
hmm,
I mean, LA is still full of things. You could still go to the Ministry. You could get to this
that's true.
to this Grammys. I mean,
That's true.
it's like very small
Hmm.
exhibition, exhibition,
Exhibition, whatever.
exhibition.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's still a lot of things, but like, I don't know. It's just like me. So I kind of want to do something, but then again, I'm also like,
Yeah, but maybe what if you like you'll regret it?
not going.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Imagine like maybe there's like I don't know next year you can't do that, and then the year after that you're still like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, no, not this year,
Because
and
I
maybe
was
we'll
thinking that I could maybe plan saving up for a longer trip to Sweden, and
yeah,
like
but will you do
actually,
that though?
most likely not.
Yeah, you see.
So I don't know. But then again, it's just like it would be like a complete disaster because I'm not planning on spending money on a hotel or whatever. I will sleep in my car somewhere, or maybe like
That's
a
that's
tent
that's where
at a
that's
camping
that's where
site.
we see I can see how big of a difference there is between us. Because I love sleeping in a hotel. That's just
Yep,
like one of my favorite things about a vacation.
I do want to sleep in a hotel, but I don't want to spend the money on sleeping. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
okay, I see
That's
that.
the
Yeah, no,
thing.
yeah, no,
Like
I
I
see that.
could
Yeah.
spend money on drinks in a nightclub if I wanted to, but that's the other thing. Like then I will be there
Maybe you will
all
maybe
by
you will meet
myself.
maybe you will meet the love of your life when going to Sweden. I know that's not what you're like looking for at this point in your life, but
I mean,
you never know.
I was almost about to say something really weird.
Why? What you about to say?
No, I'm gonna cut that out. Or I'm gonna
Okay.
beep it, but the love of my life. So it's not.
Okay.
No. Eh.
So
Yeah. No.
you can think about it. Like maybe we'll talk about it next time. I will tell you. I will tell you every single podcast now to just fucking
I'm
get
gonna
there.
I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna the first Swede I'm gonna talk to, I'm gonna just say like, förlåt hästen behöver vatten. They're like, German, right? Yes.
That happens every other week.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So
Just wait.
I will spend my day doing absolutely nothing. I hope everybody leaves me the fuck alone.
Hmm.
Um, I will have some family time in
Hmm.
the evening, and that's going to be fucking it for my birthday celebration. And I cannot wait
Yeah.
to just go to bed later.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's basically I mean, I wasn't planning on, having a party or whatever on my birthday because like even though it's my I was just like, I want to make a memory for myself to be like, oh yeah, I remember back at my birthday I did this and that. So that's why I was also thinking like maybe a trip to Italy to, I don't know, feel more like Papa's things, but even though I know.
Or
Hmm?
yeah, no, sure.
Yeah, but
Do
then I
that.
was like, what would I do in Italy? Like, I don't know where
Exactly.
to go and whatever. It's just like, I want to do something. And I know there are like several things that I could do like in my area as well, but nothing really like spikes, whatever, an interest, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, yeah, I could go there, but
Mhm.
so it would be more, I don't know, especially since yesterday I saw like a friend I made on Smule long ago. And on Instagram, I saw they're like on a road trip through, I don't know, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. They're in
Could be
Norway now.
you. And that could be you.
Exactly. But then I was like, I want a camper and just like month off of work or I don't know what and just like go there. And he has
Mhm.
like dogs with him and I think there are like more people with several campers, but still like he has like his two dogs and then they just walk through nature in
Oh, I
Norway and
would
I'm just like,
love that.
that's amazing. I would, yeah. So,
Oh, love that.
yeah. I also want to go to Scotland and
Oh,
Wales and
yes.
Ireland at one
Yes,
point.
yes, yes, yes.
See, one day in the
Mm-hmm.
far future. Yeah, so
That was a very depressing talk, I
I
think.
know. But also
Yes,
fun.
it was fun. It was like a little relaxed. I
Mm.
got to know some things about you. You got to know some
What?
things about me. I don't know. I just like
What?
try to say
Oh,
something.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so next week will be about the Four
The
Horsemen.
tattoo I'm gonna get. No kidding. I still don't know what I'm gonna get,
The exact
by the
one,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll show it in the podcast once you got it.
Yeah, of course.
But I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next week will be about the theories again. Is there anything you want to say right now?
Sister. No.
Thank goodness. Yes, so anyways, we hope we could like maybe this was a little bit entertaining. I don't know. It was like
Mm.
relaxed for me. I think it was relaxed for you.
Yeah, I mean, a
Um,
lot of people say they like listening to us, but because it's like
they said
hanging
it's
out
like
with
hanging
some
out with
friends,
kids, which
and
that is like
this
such a cool thing actually.
this was
People think
basically
like that.
a whole episode of that
Yes.
for you. There you go. You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay. No. Yes. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Arrivederci. Ciao, ciao, mon amour.